Chef Elizabeth at the West Kimberly Hy-Vee, and today I'm going to show you some easy ways to make your food at home taste just as good as the food at the restaurants with finishing butters or herb butters. If you've heard of herb butters before, it's just a combination of the most delicious ingredients whipped up with butter, including wine, herbs, and garlic. And the one I'm going to be using is Parmesan, garlic, and white wine herb butter. You can find them right here at the store. They're great for using under chicken breasts to make pasta sauces, make your mashed potatoes taste good, and fantastic for grilling. I wonder what I should grill today.
Hey Chef, how about a nice, juicy, delicious T-bone steak?
I think that sounds fantastic, Brett. Brett is our meat manager here at the store. Thank you. Look at that T-bone.
I'll be back in a little
when
bit.
When it's done to taste all right.
I'll be back.
We'll see you later. So you're going to get any steak you like. You want to preheat your grill pan or your grill at home. I've got a little oil in that. You can see it's smoking, so I know it's hot. The most important part with any steak is to dry it off before you cook it. There can be moisture on here. There's a little bit of that natural moisture that comes out of the meat. We want to dry that off, otherwise we won't get that perfect grill mark or sear. And you can see I'm just tapping all of that moisture off. All the sides. The thicker the steak, the better the char you can get with still a nice rare inside. So I'm going to take this, we're going to season it up with a little bit of freshly cracked black pepper. The only way I ever season my steak is with salt, pepper, and then a little fat on the outside. You don't want to use marinades so much, especially if they have sugar in them, because that can actually burn on the grill. If you've ever put barbecue sauce on some chicken or beef on the grill and suddenly it's all black, it's because of the sugar. So that's why using a finishing butter, just like we have here at the store, is a great way to add flavor to your steak, because it's going to melt after you've made the steak. You just put it on, it melts onto the steak with that nice heat, and it flavors the whole thing with the herbs and the garlic and everything else we've got in there. Just a little bit more. You don't want to flood it with oil, but you want it to have that nice shiny surface. This is going to conduct the heat. So we're going to take this now that has been rubbed with all of that, and you can see my grill is fantastically hot. So if we want diagonals, lines on the steak, we're actually going to put it at a diagonal. I'm going to do this side down first. It doesn't have as much bone sticking up, so you're going to be able to get a better sear. The other side might not be as pretty, so we'll do the prettiest side first. And you want to hear that sear. Make sure that all that meat has contact with your grill or grill pan. And then, this is the second most important part. Don't move it until it has nice dark lines. If you move it, you're going to start getting lines everywhere. You'll never get that nice hard char on the outside. So, time to take a load off, open up a beer, or have a sip of sangria, and I'll show you what it looks like when we're about to turn it. So while we were waiting for that steak to finish its searing, I put a little bit of broccolette on the grill here. I just want to cook that lightly too. That'll be our vegetable to go with the steak. But I think this is ready to turn. And if you look here, you can start to see some of those edges of fat where it's gotten a bit brown. So you can cheat, lift it up, see if it releases. If it releases, it's ready. And it's released, and take a look at those marks. So, all right, this baby's ready to flip. It's releasing when I lift it, so let's take a look and see what those lines look like. Oh, beautiful. All right, so I want to make sure that gets good contact again. And I think some of my fat's stripped away, so we might just help her out a little bit there, like a little extra olive oil. Sometimes if you don't have enough fat on those grill grates, it's going to want to stick to the meat and not darken it as much. So you can slide it a little bit to move that fat in there, but don't lift it. There we go. Now you can hear that nice sizzle again. So we're going to let it go. We're going to give it one more flip, and we're going to cook it to the doneness we want, which I think is going to be rare today. Rare or medium rare. Ready to flip, so we're going to go ahead, or turn. You can see those lines again. There is a little part here where that bone touched, but the meat didn't. That's what I'm talking about when you need to get contact on the meat there. You don't want a gray spot everywhere. You want to get lines, even on the side that's not going to face up. So we're going to crisscross that. Actually, let me show you here. If you look at this side too, this side often doesn't get done, even when your steak is more to a medium well. So to make that be a little less red, you can actually put that bone right on your grill too and just take some of that color off. So we'll do that at the last second. All right, almost ready for that finishing butter to season up our steak and to give Brett a taste of it, salty and a little bit. Our steak has marks all on the outside, just the way we want it. We want to finish it to our preferred doneness. So that means turning down the grill, turning down the pan or the grill pan. So what I'm going to do here is turn it down to, since my grill pan is so hot already, I'm going to turn it down to one of the lowest settings. Let that steak finish just a little longer. Get off in just a minute, and then we're going to let it rest. And that's when you put the finishing butter on. So let's actually, I like my steak extra rare. So we're going to go ahead and shut that off. We're going to move it right over here. We're going to put our finishing butter right on the top there. And this heat, the natural heat here, is going to just melt that finishing butter right onto the steak. See how that's a sauce? And this is the Parmesan garlic. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take this. I got the one side. Let's flip her over. Get the other side too. See that just melts right on there? Glossy and beautiful, and it's just running off. So save a little bit for when you're going to serve it. We're going to let this rest for just a couple more minutes, then we'll put it on the plate and we'll serve it up. I'm going to go get Brett.
Did somebody say the steak is ready?
That's right, it's ready, all done with the finishing butter on top. Would you like to do the honors?
I would love
Fork
to.
and a sharp knife.
Oh, you know what I'm going to take? The toughest piece.
Yeah, right. That's the tenderloin side, folks. That's going to be the most tender. And see how wonderfully rare, but it still has that char on both sides.
Yes.
All right, you tell me how it tastes.
Thank you. Delicious.
Garlic, Parmesan, all the herbs.
Can I try some potatoes?
Oh, you betcha. Go ahead.
Thank you.
And the broccoli. So you've got a dinner probably for more than one when it's this size. I'll see you next time from the West Kimberly Hy-Vee with some of the best finishing butters for all your dishes.